Good morning, guys. Welcome to Mountain Homestead. Had all these plans to do a lot of filming and being able to speak, and I probably will try, but it is windy today. I'm standing on the porch, so I want to show you some of the damage that we had from the grasshoppers, if I haven't already showed it. But I'm going to work on the west side today, and I'm going to do a lot of cutting back. I'm not going to pull anything at all. I talked to my aunt, who I respect very much, and her husband George. He ran a nursery that I get a lot of plants from now. They retired from it, but he ran a garden nursery for most of his life. So I really respect what they have to say, and their gardens are absolutely gorgeous. So I was letting them know, the devastation that we had, that things are starting to bounce back, and they basically said just leave everything till spring, and then kind of let nature do what it's going to do, and then I'll know the damage come springtime. And if it's early enough in spring, then I can start doing a lot of renovation of the garden, so to speak. The Westside garden, I know, is a lot of annuals anyways, so today, and it looks dead. I mean, it just looks crispy, crittered dead, is I'm either going to take the weed whacker, or I'm just going to set up my, yard waste bin, and I'm just going to go in there and just chop everything down to the ground. The irises are pretty much down to the ground anyway, so I'm going to finish those up. The weeds I can't pull because if they haven't been exposed to any of the water on the drip, then they're not going to be able to be pulled. So everything except for the autumn joy sedum, and I'll turn the camera around. It's just, like I said, you're not going to be able to hear me very well. So, because of the wind, but the autumn joy sedum, or sedum autumn joy, the grasshoppers didn't demolish it, but it did a pretty good job on it. So looks like it still will bloom. Even my forsythia, everything, like I said, looks dead because it's all stripped. So I did notice, and I'll also take you out and show you the garden, the potager, as I do see a little bit of new growth on the roses. So I'm really happy about that. And there's two buddleias that are in the cottage garden that I see some new growth on. Those are the only two buddleias that I see new growth on. All the rest of them are still dead. One I cut back really well. I just need to take it to the brush pile, but today with it being so windy, I'm not going to have it blow out of my cart to go down there. So I'm just going to get piles made. I'm going to fill the yard waste bin, all of the containers that I use to fill the bin. I'm just going to fill everything up and then take it down. Hopefully it'll die down this evening. It's been kind of a little bit pleasant. Gosh, Gus, it's been pleasant in the evening, especially when the sun goes down. So I'll be able to do that. Anyways, and then this week has been really busy because we adopted two orphaned kittens that were down at the barn. It was a whole litter. The mom was found deceased, so the babies were just under 3 weeks old, just going by charts of how, what kittens look like when they're developing, the eyes opening, the ears opening, all that stuff. So we kept two. Their names are Angus and Malcolm, for all my ACDC fans out there. But they're, I've never had to bottle feed kittens before, so, and they're missing their mom and everything that goes with that. So I'm doing the best I can. Jean does it when I'm not home, and then in the evening we kind of take turns. I've been taking them out here on the lawn, and it's been really cute. And that poops them out. Them playing on the lawn for about an hour. I mean, they sleep like 12 hours, so I'm kind of excited about that. But I'm a little sleep deprived from just having that mom ear open on them, wanting to be fed. So, anyways, that's been really fun. And Lewis, our dog, if you don't know Lewis, he has been amazing. He's been almost kind of like a babysitter for him, or kind of like a surrogate papa, I don't know, but he doesn't let them touch him yet because they're still too small. He lets them get up to him, and then he's like, no, I'll try to film it one of these days and maybe do a short of it. But he's been cleaning their backsides like their mamas would do to get them to go potty. So it's just been really cute to watch him. And I think that's also a good segue because we have a new little addition coming in September that we're going to do a road trip for. I'll be sure to take you guys along for that and then show you her when she comes. But that I think is going to help him with that. So that's pretty exciting. It's just been tiring, you know, and, you know, I don't want to just beat them and put them back down, and they don't want that. And then every day they get older, they want to play a little bit more. So it's just been a little bit of adjustment. So it's been okay. But my spirits are still back up from, you know, very few grasshoppers. I mean, just a handful here or there. So the other day I was helping Gene and his mom pull some milkweed in the pasture because the cows can't eat it. It makes them go crazy. Yeah, it's actually where the calves are. It makes them go crazy. So we get out there and try to pull all that we can see. But what was my point? I don't know what my point was. Huh. Anyways, no idea where I was going with that. So, and because I don't edit my videos to take stuff out, there it is. But if I remember, then I'll put it on here. But anyways, it's just nice. Oh, that's what it was. Is I did notice grasshoppers out there. There's not much they can eat. The sedan that the calves are on, the calves are pretty much polished up, but there seem to be more grasshoppers out there now than there are down here at the house. So that was nice to see that they've kind of moved on. So anyways, I'm going to turn the camera around and kind of show you what I'm working with. I'm going to show you some of the newer growth in the potager. I know some people probably are sick of the potager photos, but that's all I have right now. So, and it is something different. Oh, another story. Sorry, I keep scrolling. But Gene texted me yesterday. He was taking the goats on their hay and pellets, and I've been free ranging the chickens in the potager with the gates closed, and he just let loose in just to see, and was going to be really kind of on him. We knew because of the kittens that he wasn't going to kill the chickens, but he actually herded them. I mean, he is a cow dog. We just don't use him for that. But he herded the chickens. He didn't make them flying. He didn't make them scared. He herded them into the chicken coop. That way Gene could leave the gates open. And they haven't figured out they can fly over the fence yet because I'm not clipping their wings. But and then there was one kind of stray one, and Luz went and found it and just herded it back into the coop. That way Gene could close the door. But that was kind of cool. So, and he didn't even try to bite him or nothing. So he's a good boy. He got a good treat last night for that. So anyways, now I'll turn the phone around and I'll show you the things that I'm going to work on today. And then I'll show you the new growth on the roses and the potager, and just some things going on out there. So stay tuned. Okay, hopefully you can hear me okay. But this is the Westside garden. I was doing kind of a little bit close so you can see how done it looks. There's the raspberries. There's the roses and some weeds. So I'm going to zoom back out a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to show you the bougainvillea. This is that sweet little bougainvillea but look at all that new growth. Look at all that new growth. So, I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to let it do what it's going to do. See, there we go. There's some new growth. And these roses, I'm just going to clip all the weeds off because I can't pull them because I only spot water. I don't flood this whole bed. I only water the areas that have a plant or had a plant. So any weeds, I'm just going to clip them off at the base. I know they're going to grow back, but at least it'll get them out of here. I am going to prune some of the roses, but look, I don't know if you can tell. Oh no, shadow. Let's see. There's something different. See, look at, there's new growth right there. That little red. That's new growth. So that's promising. This is a really, really thorny rose bush. I have to be careful. There's a banana. This stuff just pops up everywhere, guys. I certainly hope you can hear me. hollyhocks. Sorry. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be working on. I'm going to cut that all down to the ground, all of it, except for the sedum and the forsythia because it's a shrub. And I think the gara because it's a shrub. So, but all the hollyhocks, everything, I'm just going to, if it doesn't look dead, then I will leave it in the stage it's at. But if it looks dead, it's getting pruned down to the ground. I'm hoping to expose the drip system, and I can get in there and maybe work on it to where the north part of the bed, because that's north, the north part of the bed, and this little section right here, I was supposed to do in the spring, and I didn't, and then boom, it got hot. So I'm going to prune all of that. All the weeds, like I said, I'm just going to cut them off. And let's see, the raspberries, I'm seeing some new growth on there. And my aunt said don't cut those back because these bloom and provide fruit on new canes. So if there was canes that didn't have fruit, just to leave them. And if they're dead, then go ahead and cut them back. And I know one cane down towards the end did provide fruit, so I can cut that one back. But I can uncover my sweet potatoes over there because they're wanting to be uncovered. So clothesline, like I came off the clothesline, so I need to deal with that. So I'm gonna do that stuff real quick, and then I will come back. Okay, guys, it is the next day. I came out here and I filmed something like I had said. You'll see it the first part of the video. And it was just too windy. I could have tried to mute stuff, but anyways, I'm not. I'm just kind of refilming it. I don't even remember what I did, but that's okay. I'll just give quick little tours. The tomatoes are doing good. I came out here last night and I checked for tomato worms. I didn't see any. We are getting some tomatoes, so that's good. I know I just showed this in a video, but if you guys all know, in a garden, it grows fast. So, squash is coming on. I didn't get a chance last night to spray anything out here because by the time the kittens woke up and I gave them their food, I'm trying to incorporate some like kitten mush. And I'll be sure to put pictures of them up on the screen. But anyways, and then I play with them on the lawn, like I said. And then I got late supper going, and I'd worked at my office. So by the time it would have been to come outside, it was too dark. So there's that. And this thing literally grows every day. Yesterday when I filmed this, it was about halfway. I do see there's lots of bees in there doing their job. So that's awesome. We got chickens out and about. We should. Yep, there we go. We got chickens. We got girls this morning. Good morning, girls. We got girls. Good morning. You eating all the buggies? You eating all the buggies? So, I'm going to zoom in from here and I'm going to show you the buddleia that's regrowing. So that is so amazing. So let me just zoom in real quick. I don't know if you can see all those. Look at all that new growth. Look at all that. Yeah, if I go in there, then I have to mess with the gate, and I don't want to do all that with the chickens. So I need to get working on that Westside garden because it is supposed to be 111 today, and it is already really hot. And it's only 8:15 in the morning right now, so I need to get my supplies and get out there and get going what I can get done in a couple hours before it's just too unbearable. So I just wanted to walk you through a few things this morning. Like I said, oh look, there's fruit right there. Look at that. And on the other side there was quite a few too. So I don't know what that business is with that part of the plant dying right there. But yeah, there's fruit growing, so I hope it continues. Yep, the bees are doing their thing, so yay. Now let's, oh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, and we cut into a cantaloupe yesterday. Oh, so good. So good. Let's see. Oh, no, don't get the bees. They might, I don't know what they're going to do to you. Oh, one thing I was going to show too is the new growth on the roses. Look at this new growth. Look at that. Nope. Let's see if I can get to focus. There we go. So I don't think I lost my roses. Oh my gosh, that is a huge, that's a huge weight off of my shoulder, because these are absolutely gorgeous and they were a gift from Jean, and so I'm glad they're bouncing back. There's green on this mum, so that didn't die either. There's green on that mum over there. So everything's just slowly coming back. Slowly coming back. I do need to get weeds. Yeah, because the grasshopper's eating the weeds and they're also deciding to come back. Let's see, I got this bed watered this morning. There's the other pumpkin seed came up, and now the true leaves are coming out. You want your dirt bath, sister? You leave my pumpkin seedlings alone. You can take your dirt bath. Yes, you can. I'm going to clean your coop this evening. So, if there's a zucchini I'm going to pick today. That's probably going to be a monster tonight. But there's lots of them on there, so I can stop buying from the farm stand. And, yeah, so really excited, especially about all the new growth. So hopefully we will have roses again by winter. These bloom. I mean, they look pretty until I prune them back. So I'm hoping we have a late show of roses. I'll probably cry on that day, but anyways, I'm going to kind of zoom out a little bit here. There we go. Oh goodness, stretch them wings. Been getting asparagus. I'm not sure where the bumper crop's coming from, but I've been picking some. So we have enough to have a meal. Probably tomorrow night's supper. I've just been keeping it in a jar in the fridge with water. So, but yeah, the flowers are coming back on everything. So I think it's all looking up. So I'm going to get my supplies, and then I will meet you on the west side garden and show you what I'm going to work on. Okay, very quickly I'm going to go through this, but I'm going to come through right now and I'm going to cut back. See, there's new growth on the Rudbeckia or Black-Eyed Susans. I'm going to kind of cut all that stuff off. Pull any weeds. I'm not going to get crazy on the weeds. I'm just going to kind of pull the obvious ones and the ones I can. Like these. So then I'm going to come through here. Do all this. There's a few weeds in here, but not much. Cut back the hollyhocks. Yeah, some of these weeds are going to seed, so. And I think this has been watered, last night with the sprinkler. So I should be able to pull a lot of these big ones right in here. Same through here. I'm just going to pull all those. Those actually don't pull too bad. This is going to probably take me about a half hour. But, yeah, then I'm going to just deadhead stuff in there. I'm not sure why the drip's not working in there, but it doesn't look like it is. And then I'm just going to work my way. I'm going to prune those roses back. I'm going to cut all the columbine down. I'm going to have to cut these weeds off instead if I won't be able to pull these. So excuse the shadow. And then I'm just going to work my way, and I'm going to get this done. Probably tomorrow evening because I have plans this evening away from the house. So I'm going to get done what I can this morning before it just gets too stinking hot. So I'm going to make sure to scatter those hollyhock seeds. And if I have time, I'm going to try running some drip at least to this part, just so the lamb's ear looks like it's toast. Hopefully it'll bounce back. I think I mentioned in the first part of this video, my aunt and uncle just said, just leave it all and just assess and renovate or, rejuvenate the garden next early spring. So that's what I'm going to do. If I don't get the drip ran to this, I'm just going to put the sprinkler on here. There's a little bit of a south breeze this morning, but so anyways, guys, I'm going to just get after it, and then I will show you when I'm all done with what I got done. I'm not going to set you up on time lapse because it's too hot and my phone's already, like I said, it's only 8:30 now and my phone's already kind of warm. So I'm just going to start here and work my way this way. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, it's getting super bright out here, so I'm sorry the brightness is kind of harsh, but that's what time frame I have, guys. Anyways, this is where I'm at. It is not even close to being perfect on the weeds. I just pulled what I could really quick. I did about half that container. I've thrown some off the cliff, but and I did some around here. Only because I need to tie this water line into that one so that it gets water every day. Instead of me forgetting. But yeah, all the black-eyed Susans, like I said, got pruned back. This one still had a lot of good growth on it still, so I kept most of that. Let's see. Just pulled a lot of stuff. I did pull a couple black-eyed Susans that were in front of the magnolia, just because I didn't like them there. So, and they were volunteers anyways. So I sprinkled seeds. What I do is just turn them upside down and shake them. That's all these. Every single black-eyed Susan in here was not planted by me. It was, oh, I might have had one, but they were volunteers. So let's see. So these, and what I do is I just grab them and then cut them off, and that's it. I'm not fancy about it. And let's see. There was one right here that was really big. So I ended up moving it way over there to kind of get this stuff to go that way too. It's too divided in how it looks, so I'm trying to make it look cohesive by dotting things throughout this whole northern border to tie it all together, but still getting softer in colors as you head towards the cottage garden and the potager, because I try not to have harsh colors in there. So, and by harsh I mean the yellows, the bright yellows, the reds, the dark oranges, all those dark colors. I don't want those in the cottage garden or the potager. So they can start out there and just kind of work their way back and then get darker heading towards the west side. But so yeah, there's some weeds they were starting to break off too much, and that's going to create a lot more work for me in the fall. So yep, just got everything deadheaded. So it looks a little bare, but it looks a little cleaner. Got that hollyhock pruned back. And made my way this way, and I kind of stopped here. Number one, I heard a snake on the porch. I want to make sure it was a garden snake, and it was. And then I just need to take a break. I'm getting hot, so, and I need some substance. I need some breakfast. So anyways, this is where I'm at so far. And if it starts getting, I want you guys to be able to see this on Monday, or it be available Monday. So what I might do is just finish this little bed right here, and then that'll be my stopping point. And then I will pick up on that on Monday and have that out for next week's video. But yeah, it's not pretty. I mean, it's pretty to me, but it's also very imperfect. So I am going to try coming up with a game plan to suppress a lot of the weeds, at least in the planting area, without having to spray too much. I have that pre-emergent stuff. My names are just eluding me. Like I said, I'm thirsty and I'm hungry. But I need to get all that down. But I also need to get some compost down, some wood chips. I didn't get the wood chips down, but I think I might check into the chip drop. We'll see. But I'm going to pick up 2 or 3 loads of yards of compost because I want to do this whole bed, this whole northern bed for sure. And I want to be able to do every box in the potager and in the cottage garden. So most of the planting areas I want to be able to do compost. So I might end up getting a lot more than that. We'll see. It's just whatever I get. I don't want it to be ran off in the winter when it starts raining. So I need to be able to deal with it before the rains. So it might only be this bed and what's in the potager in the cottage garden and then call it good. But anyways, this is where I'm at. Like I said, the weeds, there's still a lot of weeds back there because they're not, I'm not going to cut them off because then they'll just divide. I started to do that and I changed my mind. So if it doesn't pull up, then fine. If it breaks off while I'm pulling it up, that's how it goes. But I'm not going to purposely get in there and try to cut them. So there's not too many right here. This should only take me maybe 10-15 minutes, if that. So I'm going to do that real quick and get this finished up. Okay, that didn't take me very long at all. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. And like I said, probably Monday, I will start tackling this. And I will show you guys when I get to it. That way you see some before and afters, and then see what it looks like if it bounces back in the fall a little bit. So anyways, it's also a reason why I video too, is so that I have kind of a video log of progresses. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and see that there's still some stuff left after the grasshopper damage. Still some pretty stuff, and at least I have stuff to prune back. So I'm excited about that. So I just have a few more things to pick up, but yeah. Oh, and that Desert Plains prairie grass is coming back pretty good, or coming in pretty good. It looks like a weed, but it's not. There's lavender in here somewhere, and I just need to get the Morning Glory weed whacked out of there. But that's where I put the black-eyed Susan, and then I took a couple seed heads and I just sprinkled them along through here. So I still have this one to do, but there's an ajuga right there and an ajuga right there. Right there, yeah. So that'll fill in real nice real around here. So I'm going to go in and get me a glass of ice water, fix me some breakfast. So hope you guys have a great day. Remember to always be kind. Do what makes you happy. Thanks, guys. Bye.